Man, it's an absolute
It's
it's an absolute pleasure to
Let's go.
have you here. Oh my goodness. Second album, like cliche question, but yeah, how you feeling this time around? This album cycle.
Well, like with the first album, I was just so happy and so excited
Mhm.
when I first releasing it, but then ended up getting five arias for
Mhm.
it, and I'm just like, what, like now coming into second album, and it was just more kind of like, how do I, like, I don't know, it feels more challenging trying
Mm,
to think of a way to be like up in my game
for sure.
after like winning five arias with the
Mhm.
last record, and I'm just like, oh, you know what, I think I could do something better.
Mhm.
But with this album, Djandjay is more
Mhm.
kind of like well thought out and like took time to actually deep dive into it,
Yeah.
and so I kind of like just like slowed down and
Mhm.
actually like, all right, I'm gonna focus on this, which is why like now I'm just like super excited to like talk about this album, because like
Yeah.
I've never really felt like this
Mhm.
with Gilla,
Yeah.
because this one's more kind of different and more kind of like, wow, this is like actually a piece of me, probably
Mm.
almost half of me, like straight into the album.
No, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. And I mean, you did say like it's more mature, it's more elevated,
Mm.
and it feels like a lot more authentic to you. Obviously, again, the title again named after your late grandmother and
Mm.
um spiritual figure in
Yeah.
your
So yeah,
culture.
yeah, yeah. So Jane J, yeah,
Yeah.
Jane J, is my late grandmother.
Mm.
Her name is Jane J.
Yeah.
But also Jane J, it means in Yolngu culture, it
Yep.
means the spiritual being
Mm-hmm.
that takes form of an octopus, that
Yeah.
takes with its tentacles, takes the soul and guides it to the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a perfect name for the album, because I wanted this album to get people's soul and take them to Baker Boy's world,
Yeah.
where like they're just in this another dimension where they're floating and they're going, "What is this album?"
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was a perfect name for it.
No, for
And
sure.
because like with Jane J, my
Mm-hmm.
late grandmother, she was the matriarch in the family, but
Mm-hmm.
also she was the one who introduced hip hop to Arnhem Land,
Wow.
and especially to like my dad and my uncle,
Mm-hmm.
because when my grandparents went to Hawaii for their honeymoon, and
Mm-hmm.
on the way back, went through Miami and LA, and
Mm-hmm.
like getting VHS and some records and stuff. Put some like Fred Astaire on, um, and had Grandmaster Flash record
Mm.
playing. So then
Nice.
they would like they would press mute on the TV
Mm-hmm.
or turn the volume down, and have Grandmaster Flash playing and watch Fred Astaire dance to Grandmaster Flash.
Oh,
And
that's hard.
yeah,
I love
and so
that.
I was like, what? What do you mean? So I was
Yeah.
telling my dad, and my dad was telling me the story, and so I was like, what do you mean? And so I was like, nah, now I want to see this. So then
Mm.
went on YouTube, and I just went da 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 da, put
Mm-hmm.
like full just break dance beat or like hip hop music dance
Mm-hmm.
beat, and then watch Fred Astaire full breaking it down. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this is
That's
sick.
fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you ever get bored?
Yeah,
You wanna see
just
something
go.
cool?
That's it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And then ever since then, I've just been doing some random things. Like I would put music on and then put like an animated or any cartoon on, and then
Mhm.
put the cartoon on mute, and you just see them um like sing or like rap, and you're like, yo, this cartoon, like, oh, come on now. It's
Oh
so
no.
funny. But yeah, like there's a lot of inspiration from
Mhm.
that. And which is when they started touring around like remote communities,
Yep.
and they were known as the Baker Boys.
Yep.
And because of that, which is pretty sick.
Mhm.
And I kind of grew up in that environment, and like everyone, I remember when I was a kid and everyone was like, oh, the Baker Boys, the
Yeah.
Baker Boys. And so I always wanted to be a dancer, just
Mhm.
like my dad and my uncle.
Mhm.
And I was a dancer when I moved down to Melbourne first, and
Mhm.
I was traveling around remote communities
Mhm.
doing like dance workshops and
Yep.
stuff. And then after that, music kind of happened, not by accident, but just like working with a lot of remote communities, and helping them with creating music video clips
Mhm.
for their community,
Yeah.
and helping them write in language and stuff, which inspired me.
Mhm.
And I wanted to do it for fun. And
Yeah.
so I did it for fun, and then went to one of the communities where I grew up.
Mhm.
And from there, filmed all the video clip and then kind of put it on YouTube for all the mob to kind of like enjoy back home. Like, oh yeah, filmed it back home and just for everyone to see. And then it just blew up.
Yeah.
It blew up, and I was just like, what the hell did I just do? I'm so scared. Like, what do I do now? Like, what the heck? And mind you, like I had no media training, and I'm like full getting phone calls from like Triple J and like all this, and I'm like, what do I say? What do I say? And so I'm answering, and I'm just like, my name's Denzel, and I love mud crab. I like dancing. I'm a Yolngu man from Arnham land, and I'm just like full, just like how do what, and from there it just kind of snowballed, and I was just like, wow, this, and then you know now we're here, and I'm just like, it just kept evolving, and I thought it was just gonna like, I don't know, stop halfway or something, but it just kept going, and I was like, and now I'm like deep in it, and I found passion for it, and yeah, I kind of just keep going. Sorry, bro. I just keep.
No. You're good. You are totally fine. You are totally fine. Hey, look, it's your story. Like, I'm letting you cook. I'm letting you cook.
That's good.
But yeah, no, like you kind of mentioned, you put what feels like basically so much of yourself, like probably like, I think you said half, like at least like half of yourself into this. Two part. When after the first album cycle was done, did you be like, okay, this is what did you get started on this? And two, was this always a conscious decision, or do you feel like as you were working on the second album that it kind of came out naturally?
I think this one was kind of came out naturally, but also of being like trying to search inside of me, like search a voice or like a piece of soul that wants to like come out and scream and put some effort into doing what I'm doing. And because like the last album was the happy positive baker boy that's always like partying, dancing, and so much fun. But I want to show this side of baker boy where he's like can be vulnerable, has emotions, and can be angry, and show that side of, and being bold, and like taking that next step of like and showing my worth, and I can see the growth as an artist as like immensely changed. And I was just like, whoa, okay, I think this is going to be a really good for me to kind of like step up my game. So lyrically and visually and sonically, I wanted to like be a lot more different than the Gilla record. So Djandjay speaks more about my connection and my stories and being able to be vulnerable and also show strength and power, but then still have that nod to the younger baker boy where it's always like partying and all, like the fun baker boy and the positive one, but then also like but evolved from there.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you feel like people typecast you after your first album because they saw all the positive visuals and aspects and sonics of that?
Yeah, it was kind of like sometimes I just felt like I was just put in a pedestal where I was just like staying on this one limelight where it's just like Baker Boy's positive, like and all that, and always the happy one. He's a good person, like he's thing. Not that I'm saying I'm a bad person, but like it's. I also want to show like I do have emotions and like can be vulnerable, and at the end of the day I'm human,
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, seeing as it it's a lot more of you and a bit deeper, was there any song in particular that was a bit more emotional or challenging to write?
I think it would be one of the tracks, Running Low, was pretty, I think, the emotional one. It was more kind of like a sad, it's about like heartbreak, but also like losing loved ones, but then also it's about making the loved ones that you've lost proud, but also like you're always being in this doing stuff, and you're always starting to like getting too much, and then so you're running low of like what you need to get yourself back up, and you keep pushing yourself, and you've already reached your limit, and you keep pushing yourself to past your limit. And then it's always really nice to get like support from family around you, that's like, or people that are around you that always will support you, that'll keep you back up and keep you going and stuff. And so this one, Running Low, would be the perfect one, where if you listen to it, you can hear by like the lyrics and the sound of the music, you hear like sometimes it is doing a lot of things, sometimes can be a burden, but sometimes it is like a good burden when you like you take it and you go, I'm gonna keep going, and just few messages or like support from family, the burden kind of disappears, and you just go get up, and then you go, all right, I'm gonna keep moving forward, and all that.
No, for sure. And you talk about family. I think you said the word ancestors. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I said that in my mind when you were talking. But I guess in that same breath, and again mentioning your grandmother, was there any advice that she gave you before she passed that has resonated with you throughout the process of working on the album?
I would say there was no words from her that's like get up and keep going, that sort of vibe, but it was more kind of I inherited her her passion and her always like speak up, and always like has no shame, and always like pushing everyone else around her like to get up and dance, and or get up and take a step and keep doing like positive things, or keep doing things for not for like making everyone proud, but just to enjoy, just to enjoy life. And dancing was one of the main things, and she would always make the community laugh by like getting up and start dancing and telling everyone to like, come dance, don't be shame, and all that. So that was probably one of the things that I've kind of inherited from her.
Another song that is obviously touching on a lot more personal, and I think you mentioned anger and frustration, obviously, is Thick Skin. I think the final single from the album.
No,
the most recent single.
The most recent single.
So, as of recording, my bad. Obviously the main refrain: red dirt, gold chains, black night, thick skin. Cliche question, but what do each of those two words mean to you as of this current moment?
Well, like the red dirt, it's the Aboriginal flag, red dirt,
of course,
which is the red land of the flag, and then you got the gold chain, so it's like the yellow, the sun, and then the black night, which is the people,
of course,
and and thick skin, which is like we have thick skin because there's been like when you grow up and you face racism all the time, you sometimes just start to like have thick skin, and you don't let it break you, and
For
you
sure.
just go, what are you doing? Like what's the point of you doing this? And like, and so this track is like so important, especially when like what happened at the Camp Sovereignty, when you had neo-Nazis come storm the camp and stuff, and so that was pretty hectic. And this song was kind of like what I would say people needed, or what I actually needed. But it started off after the referendum result, and so that's when it started. And I was, the next day I just wanted to like make music. I wanted to work on the album, but I felt this like dark, eerie, gloomy feeling, and just like this atmosphere was so heavy that I was just like I wasn't focusing and all that. And so we kind of like just went in there and was like, you know what, let's just put it in the track, just to like put everything out, so then it's out, and then we can just focus on working on the album, not knowing that it was going to become a track. And so we kind of did that, and it already started to sound really good. And we were like, oh my god, this is sick, let's probably have like a solo didge at the end and finish it off and all that. But then we kept thinking there was something missing, and because I really wanted to try out punk with hip hop.
Yeah,
Like I wanted to mix it and like have fun with it
For sure.
and like muck around with it and play with it and see if it actually works or not. It was a very good entertainment of like a challenge.
Mm.
Yeah. And so when we were doing that, and then we were like, I think there's still something missing, and so we ended up having an idea of like maybe we should get a black choir.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
then we were thinking like maybe church choir or something.
Mhm.
But then it was like, no, why don't we just get like black
People.
choir like
Yeah.
musicians to come in.
Yeah.
And so, reached out to Jada Weasel,
Mhm.
Emma Donovan, Thelma Plum, and Kian, and they went, yeah, cool, yeah, we'll come through. And so I was like,
Sure.
yeah, yes, let's go.
Yeah, nice.
And then the first time hearing them when they would like come up with the melody and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm just gonna step out. So I jumped out and then let them do their thing. I could hear a little bit in bits and pieces. We were finished, and then I was waiting for the email next day. Boom, popped in. And I was like, oh, here it is. And I ran quickly into the studio and full blast. And I was like, yeah, my parts. And I was like, yeah, sick. Oh, here it comes. And then went into the first chorus part and the choir part. And I was just like, goosebumps. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then Emma Donovan's really soulful voice comes through, and then I'm just like, what is it? And then I just like teared up, goosebumps, and I was like, oh my god, this is the most incredible thing that I've like been part of, like to work on something like this. And so I was so blessed and honored to have amazing musicians to come through and help me out to be part of Thick Skin and
100%.
like smash it out and
Yeah.
like that. And it's become like probably one of the anthems for Mob to have when they feel like they need something to listen to give them strength to keep
sure.
going. Yeah.
For sure. And yeah, I mean, like you said, you mentioned the choir, and it is an all-star lineup for sure.
Yeah.
What was the vibe like when you were like in the studio? Do you feel
studio.
like it was a bit more serious, or do you think it was still pretty fun? Or yeah, what was the vibe? Seeing as the song is so heavy.
It was kind of like it was pretty fun. Like it wasn't fun. It was so good to kind of like hear the girls' side of the stories of how they felt on that day as well. And they were like, yeah, no, we have like same spot. And they said, the track already sounds amazing. And when they started adding more stuff into it, I was like, yes, it's exactly what we needed. And like I was just like very blessed for how it turned out.
Yeah.
And man, it's just so good. And I can't wait to perform it live. Oh
yeah,
my god.
That would be
insane.
So fun. The full band.
Full
and,
band, and have the choir there. Oh my lord.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah. That would be insane.
Oh my goodness. And speaking of also band and like you said, you brought up the punk aesthetics with that, and also touching on just different sonics outside of we've heard you on before. Super curious question. When I was listening to this album, I'm curious what's your experience with hearing people maybe consider indigenous music as a monolith, or like indigenous artists as a monolith. Because I know from my experience as a black artist, we're like, oh yeah, it's hip hop, it's R&B, it's you don't get the people forget about the Jimi Hendrixes. People forget about or like a Genesis Owusu. And what he's been doing.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. I would say like having that hip hop element, but then also having all these different genres in there, but then still having that Baker Boy, that Yulmo flavor in there, that having that the Yiraki, the didgeridoo instrument in there, and having like rapping in language and stuff, which is keeping the culture alive as well through the music and stuff. And I guess like I have no idea what I would put, like what genre I would call my thing, but I think there is a word for it. I would say like, I don't know, like alternative or something. I don't know.
That's the
like
that's
that.
the umbrella
The
term.
umbrella,
that you just throw in.
alternative, yeah. 100%. But I would say I think it's just like it's got its unique sound, and especially like when it comes to like having the Yuraki, the didgeridoo,
Yep.
with like one of the tracks that's it's got like full EDM, so it's like full like rave sort of vibe,
Yeah.
but still like fun.
Mm-hmm.
And man, like there's a lot of different things in there. I have no idea what was going through my head that day, but yeah, it was so much fun. So I had so much fun like working on this album, and so Djandjay is just like I see the growth in as a musician
Yeah.
in me,
No,
and
for sure.
I feel like it's pretty amazing. And same with like the video clips as well.
Yeah.
You know, like filmed at Werribee Mansion, and the 5 video clips are all kind of like linked together, and it's pretty sick to kind of like have it all at the same location and all that. So it's pretty sick.
No, for sure, for sure. And kind of probably another fun part of it would be again the features. Again, like you said, you got the choir.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Was there any feature in particular that you were like, oh, I'm so glad that they were on this album?
Oh, that would be Briggs. Yeah, Briggs on Freak Out, and he absolutely ate the second verse, and I was like, oh my god, let's go.
Oh yeah, no, that would have been so cool to have. And again, someone who's touching in that hip hop. Like
yeah, and because like 100%
with Big Noda,
Big Noda, yeah, oh my god, and that's just like amazing to see. And you know, I've been like wanting to have Briggs on an album for a while, and so I'm glad that he came through for Djandjay.
Yeah,
and man, it's absolute banger.
No, for sure.
Yeah, the track Freak Out with Haiku Hands, which is another like full punky sort of vibe as well.
Yeah,
and so yeah, I guess like it's so exciting to have like all these different features. And also I got like Party Alone on Running Low, which is American feature. He's from Minnesota, but living in LA and stuff, and his voice is just absolutely amazing. And he like makes the song like amazing. Like so cool to have him there. I had Jane Doe as well. In LA we did that track called War Cry. And this one's another anthem one as well. Pretty sick, pretty amazing. And yeah, man, like it's so sick, and I can't wait for people to listen to the album.
I agree, and yeah, all of those are definitely standard, especially that Briggs feature is
it's pretty crazy.
I love it. Is there any features that you wish you had, that when you were making the short list of, oh, I'd love to have them on a song? Or
there was a lot that I wanted to choose, but then it also came to timeline and also like everyone's availability as well.
For sure.
But then also like it was very hard to like pick a track that would suit them. And because I have no idea what each artist is doing. You know, they could be going on a different journey of finding themselves, or like finding a new style of music, and not the ones that you think they want. You think that you want them to sound, so then they can come in and do the part that you think they can. And so there was like a lot of ideas floating around, 100%, because like, you know, I was still kind of exploring. So I was like, like almost like trying different outfits, so different genres and stuff, and like was looking around to have like different vibe of like musicians, and just coming up with like ideas of like what sort of artists I should be getting to be part of it. But I think with Djandjay, I think just having like majority of them would be like black features.
100%. Would you ever do like a lead like a black like Revenge of the Dreamers style project?
I mean, that would be epic. That would be pretty sick. 100%. I mean, like I wouldn't mind doing something like that. I don't know, maybe like next album. Maybe.
I want a production. No, I'll play it. Couple more questions. Speaking of features, and you know, I love when we get to discuss, you know, local talent and things along those lines. I'm curious, is there any artists or projects from around here or across the Tasman that you've been rinsing lately?
I think at the moment I've just been listening to I wouldn't say local, but
Mhm.
more kind of like K-pop.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
and I
enough.
think because of like ever since I've watched the Demon Hunters and just kind of like got hooked,
Mhm.
and I was just like, oh my god! And plus, during when I was working on the album,
Mhm.
I had K drama like
On.
whilst producers were like they had to do their thing, and
Yeah.
I'm like they don't need me. I'm just
Mhm.
like at the back, K drama, just watching, laying down, like
Just locked in.
oh man. Just wiping tears. I had the tissues right next to me, like
Totally
yeah,
invested in your
yeah.
own world. I love that.
Nah, 100%. I think it would be that, or I love watching like food vloggers. Yeah,
Mm.
it's like one of the main things because like when I was working on the album, how we start our day
Mhm.
is we talk about food,
Yep.
and then from there we kind of like let the food talk keep going,
Mhm.
and then we get ideas from it, and that's
I love that.
when we start like coming up with ideas and stuff. But it
Mm.
always starts with food. So
As it should be.
it's so good
As
because
it
like
should.
when you talk about food, you get so excited, and then you just keep going on and on and on. And like
Mhm.
there's a word there that you use that we're gonna use that
Mhm.
it's gonna become part of the song.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nah, for
So
sure.
like it's always to have like a conversation, a vibe out, and just like
Mm.
not think about music straight away. You
Yeah.
know, just think about food, and
Mm.
then music will come through.
Definitely, definitely. Since being in the US, has there been any like a standout like food joint that you've been like, oh yeah, that's the spot, and one like maybe a fast food one that's like, nah, that's overrated.
I think nah. You know what?
Okay.
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. Okay.
Shake Shack, the smash burgers, oh my god,
True.
and the milkshakes.
Okay.
Oh my god, it was lit. I think overrated would be the what is that? The Burger King, not Burger King. In and Out.
In and Out. Oh, okay.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, freaking what was I saying? The smash burgers
Mhm.
from
Shake Shack?
Shake Shack
Yeah.
was
Hands
number
down.
one for me, hands
Fair enough.
down. Yeah,
Okay.
and I was like, oh my god.
Mhm.
And you know, I because I even tried like everything over there.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I just kept going back to Shake Shack,
Fair
man.
enough.
It was just there was something in it that kind of just was like, wow, it's just got its own thing.
Mm.
And I love the lemonades.
True. Like
The
American lemon. Like
American lemonade.
yeah.
Not like it didn't taste like Sprite.
No.
It didn't
No.
taste like like bubbly. It was like
No.
full,
It's
just
proper
like
lemon. Like
lemon,
yeah.
and like fresh squeezed
No, for
lemon,
sure.
and it was just yeah. Oh my god!
No, 100%.
And I think for when it comes to like food wise,
Mhm.
any pop up trucks, like full Mexican
Mm.
joints. Oh my god!
I've heard the Mexican like the LA Mexican like the tacos
taco
like,
truck stuff.
they
Oh
hit
my
different.
god,
Yeah.
man! It's the first time I had fish tacos over there.
True.
Oh my god, that was so good. I had fish taco. I was like, I don't know about how I feel about fish taco, but when I had it over there, I was like,
Changed.
yeah. Nah, my mouth's getting watery, man. You got me talking about food, man. What the heck?
Hey, look.
Take me back to LA.
Yeah,
Come
Max.
on now. Let me go back to
You're
that.
gonna race out of
Yeah,
You're like,
100%.
no, yeah, we gotta cut this,
Yeah.
cut this down. Oh my goodness. There's a burger joint actually like just up the road that is
We were
probably
talking about
one of my-
tacos, man. I
Yeah.
want tacos.
No, okay. Oh my goodness. Oh. Going into yeah, I think probably my final question for you, which is as a Ruse Room staple. What I'm going to get you to do is build your ultimate collab track.
Okay.
So obviously, you've got so many features across the both albums. But here I'm giving you the full range of everyone in Australia, even Aotearoa, to choose from. It is going to be yourself, three other artists. One,
Sorry, when you say
yeah,
artists, like anywhere in the world or just Australia?
just Australia,
Okay.
and New Zealand.
And New Zealand.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that's the area. To choose from yourself, three other artists, 1 or 2 producers, 1 videographer, and 1 uh, uh, director. That's the word.
First one, I think I would pick Tasman Keep.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one would be,
Mm-hmm.
I think like the way I am going, I reckon Genesis Owusu.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And also like I love the uniqueness that he's got, and also like I love Tasman. He's like with his lyrics is very clever
For sure.
and very I don't know, a different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so female artists that would be great. Panya.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I reckon she would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like also like unique voice, but also having that R&B flavor sort of vibe in there.
Yeah.
And also like represent NZ, you know.
100%.
Let's go.
100%. So 1 to 2 producers.
So Rob Amoruso, which is one of my executive producers,
Of course.
and Styles Fuego.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And videographer,
Mm-hmm.
brother man, he
Yeah. Hey, Jesse killing it.
Jesse. Yeah.
Chat, go watch a new film star. Sam Garcia. Right.
I have no idea because there's a lot of good videographers that I worked with. Gabrielle, who did the doco for 1-4 on Netflix.
True.
And because he also filmed Cool as Hell.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, he did Cool as Hell on my
Okay.
tracks. And but then also like I love the team that I worked with at the shooting the Djandjay tracks at Werribee Mansion. So I would say I would choose.
Okay.
Yeah. Jordan. So I'll
Jordan.
choose. Yeah, I'll choose Jordan. He would be perfect for videographer and having the crew. That would be sick. So my partner Ori directed the whole 5 videos.
True.
Co-directed with Jordan. The whole Djandjay thing. But director, Australian. Wait, is Baz Luhrmann Australian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone's actually Gemma. I think previous guest Gemma.
She said Baz Luhrmann.
She said Baz Luhrmann as well.
Yeah,
so,
I'll say Baz Luhrmann.
Okay,
100%.
fire. That's the second Baz Luhrmann. That's great. That's fire.
Yeah,
I love
that.
that.
I love like visual like Elvis and Great Gatsby, and you know I met him and had a really great conversation with him.
True.
And that would be so sick if he directed a
That would
film
be
clip.
fire.
Oh my god.
That would be so cool.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's see if we can get that to
Oh my god,
happen.
but if that happened, that would be insane because I reckon it would be a monster.
Amazing. Also, put that down for the next hour.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Executive producer.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, let's go.
But hey man, thank you so much.
Thank you so
for
much,
coming
my man.
through.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure.
I love what you do, man. It's pretty
Thank you, man.
sick.
Thank you, man. It means the world. As of when this is coming out, this will be the day before the album
Amazing.
drops.
Let's go.
So, with that being said, here's where I roll out the red carpet and allow you to either camera say what's up, what's coming up, all that good stuff.
And what's up, you mobs? It's Baker Boy, and I'm releasing Djandjay tomorrow. So I hope you guys will be enjoying the album. It's gonna be so sick. It's gonna be mad. I promise you, you will transcend to another dimension. Peace and love to you, mob.
Amazing. Thank you, man.
No, thank you so much, man. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Of course, you
Yeah,
too. You too.
sick. That was a great chat.